Again, I believe this is our third virtual Board of Education meeting, and I'd like to start with our notice. So notice is hereby given of the regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, New Jersey at 7 p.m. on the evening of Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. The board meeting will be held via an online platform which can be accessed at webinar. If anybody's watching and wants to give people ways to get on, they can go to the district website and also see instructions there to get on to the meeting this evening. The purpose of the meeting is to transact the regular business of the board and to transact any other business to come properly before the board. This is to advise the general public and to instruct that it be recorded in the minutes that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled the Open Public Meetings Act, the Westfield School Board on Thursday, April 30th, 2020, caused to be posted at the office of the Board of Education located at 302 Elm Street, Westfield, New Jersey, and delivered to the Westfield Leader, the Star Ledger, the Westfield Library, Town Clerk of Westfield, Tap into Westfield, and Patch.com a meeting notice setting forth the time, date, and location of this meeting. Dana, may we have a roll call?
Michael Beelan.
Here.
Kent Diamond.
Here.
Brendan Galligan.
Here.
Rob Garrison.
Here.
Brian Morrissey.
Here.
Gretchen Oleg. Tara Porto.
Here.
Peggy Oster.
Here.
Amy Root.
Here.
Gretchen, you're muted.
I was muted, but I'm here.
Okay, I know.
Great. Brian, would you like to lead us in a flag salute?
Sure. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
Right. At this time, I'd like to recognize the public for agenda items only. You would type your comments into the question and answer bar if you would have anything that you would like to discuss at this point in time that has to deal with agenda items only. And we'll wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody types something in. Right, do you see anybody typing? No? Okay, we'll move on to our next item, but if people have other questions, there'll be another time for questions and answers at the end of the meeting. So you can also put your questions in at that point in time. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to...
We have some announcements. There are 3 announcements.
I skipped announcements.
Sorry.
It's up above me. Thanks, Tara.
Sure.
Go ahead, Tara. You have enough?
I have one. I do, yes. The cast and crew of the Westfield High School production of Radium Girls received 8 Foxy Award nominations this year. The Foxy Awards are given out each spring by Montclair State University to recognize accomplishments in performance, design, technical production, and direction in high school theater productions across New Jersey. The nominations are Sophie Tannenbaum for Outstanding Performance by a Lead Actress in a Drama, Matthew Meixner for Outstanding Performance by a Lead Actor in a Drama, Remy Chandel for Outstanding Performance by a Supporting Actress in a Drama, Ben McGurn for Outstanding Performance by a Supporting Actor in a Drama, Outstanding Achievement in Stage Direction, Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design, Outstanding Achievement in Scenic Design, and Outstanding Production of a Drama. The awards will be announced at a virtual ceremony hosted by Montclair State on May 19th. Congratulations to all the nominees.
Thank you, Tara. Kent, I believe you have an announcement also?
I do, thank you. For a third consecutive year, the Westfield Public School District has been named one of the best communities for music education in the nation for its outstanding commitment to music education. The 2020 Best Communities for Music Education designation was awarded by the National Association of Music Merchants Foundation to districts that demonstrate outstanding efforts by teachers, administrators, parents, students, and community leaders who have made music education part of a well-rounded education. In thanking the Board of Education, school administration, and the community, Supervisor of Visual and Performing Arts Thomas Weber said, "Music education is an essential component of our pre-K to 12th grade curriculum. This award is confirmation of the superb musical experiences that are happening in our music classrooms and programs throughout the district." Peggy, back to you.
Thanks, Kent. I have one last announcement. Our next Board of Education virtual meeting will be held on Tuesday, May 19th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. Instructions for how to access our virtual board meetings can be found on the district website at www.westfieldnj812.org. Click on the Board tab and choose Virtual Meeting in the drop-down menu. Thank you. Now,
I'm sorry, Peggy. It's going to be 7:30, that one?
I believe it has not been 100% decided at this point in time. So 7:30 is our normal hour, and if there's an update, we'll send out an update.
And when the advertisement goes out, if we decide to do it at 7, the ad for the paper will say 7. Or whatever time.
Thank you, Dana. Okay. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Dr. Dolan for her superintendent's report.
Thank you. So yesterday, Governor Murphy announced that all New Jersey school buildings will remain closed and that distance learning will continue through the end of the 2019-2020 academic year. Now, while this was not an unexpected announcement, I recognize how disappointing this is for our school community, as many of us held on to just a glimmer of hope that we might be able to return to school in June, even if under restricted circumstances. But the health and safety of our community comes first. We've worked hard to put into place a distance learning plan that meets educational standards, addresses the individual needs of our students and their families, and is sustainable through the end of the school year. We will continue to build upon that plan as we navigate together this unique roadmap of digital learning. Our building principals continue to plan for virtual celebrations of certain end-of-year traditions. You've already heard from them this week. Each principal sent out a letter actually today, and going forward you'll receive more details as decisions are made about how to most effectively handle the many aspects of the end of the academic school year. So it's certainly not the way we would have wanted nor predicted that this school year would end. However, as always, we will remain safe and strong and united. It actually seems like a good time to pause right now and take note that today happens to be Teacher Appreciation Day. In fact, this first week of May is celebrated each year as Teacher Appreciation Week to honor our educators for their dedication and devotion. Our teachers and all of our staff work hard throughout the year, and never has that been more evident than during this time of distance learning. Please take a moment to thank the educators in your life. I am very pleased tonight to recognize one such outstanding educator, Janine Gacko. Janine is this year's recipient of the Charles Philhauer Fellowship Award from the Rotary Club of Westfield. Janine happens to be a Westfield native who joined the Westfield Public School District in 1997 as a first grade teacher at Franklin School, moving down the hall and up the stairs later to teach fifth grade for 13 years. For the past 7 years, Janine has been a master technology teacher for grades K through 8, serving as an instructional coach for teachers and administrators, planning and conducting professional development sessions, and visiting classrooms to help incorporate technology into student lessons. In 2013, Janine was even named as one of the National School Board Association's 20 to Watch, prestigious recognition of emerging U.S. education leaders for their ability to inspire fellow educators and for their innovative use of technology. She has certainly lived up to that recognition. Her years as a classroom teacher, combined with her impressive knowledge of digital learning tools and technology, has been invaluable to our school community, especially during the educational upheaval caused by COVID-19. She has been teacher, counselor, friend, and mentor to so many during our abrupt transition to remote learning, answering emails and phone calls well into the evening with grace and good humor. Now, normally, we would be celebrating Janine's achievement in a room full of family members, friends, and colleagues, but these are not normal times. So we reached out to a few of her many admirers to create a video tribute.
Good evening. Today is May 5th, 2020, and tonight we have a very special celebration for you. So some of you might be wondering, well, it doesn't look like it's nighttime. It might not even be May 5th, but I assure you, it is nighttime, it is May 5th, and we're here for a special reason tonight. So welcome to the news program. We have some good news for you, starting with a family working hard on their work at home using technology, and some of the issues they dealt with, and the hero that came along to save them. Check it out.
The website's not working!
Oh, let's ask Miss Gacko.
What program do I use?
Oh, let's ask Miss Gacko. How do I share this with my students?
Ask Miss Gacko!
I hope you enjoyed that last clip of a father and his two children working very hard at home, and our hero, who was now revealed as Miss Gacko. We have another instance where a whole classroom of children working together with their teacher, and sure enough, who would come to the rescue? Miss Gacko. Check it out.
Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our class meeting. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. It looks like we're having a little bit of a technology problem. See some officials, some people are not coming in, and oh my, there's a crazy chat going on. I am having a technology situation. Oh, am I going home?
Miss Christy, help!
So it seems we really do have some good news here, even though there are some problems along the way. Miss Gacko was there to save the day. So check out this message we have from our lovely viewers. And again, congrats to Miss Gacko.
Hey Janine, there is no one I can think of who deserves this honor more than you. And it's not only because of your rock star accomplishments with distance learning. As a teacher and a tech specialist, you have been invaluable to us as a community. It's not just your passion and your knowledge that makes you shine. Working with the kids, colleagues, parents, administrators, you just have a natural way of teaching with patience, respect, and always a little bit of humor. We are so lucky to learn with you and from you. Congratulations, my friend, on this well-deserved achievement.
On behalf of all the teachers at Washington School, we would like to congratulate Janine for winning the 2020 Phil Hauer Fellowship Award. Over the last couple of years, she's been such a fixture in our building, coming into the classrooms to help teachers and students better use technology in our lessons and all of our activities. She's also created so many videos for all of the teachers to help us, answered countless emails. We are definitely a better district with her assistance. On a personal note, I've worked with Janine many times, whether it be at the Memorial Pool years ago as a 5th grade teacher, and then as an instructional technology specialist as my ITS position. You've always been an absolute pleasure to work with. Congratulations, I can't wait to celebrate with you in person.
Thank you to the Rotary Club of Westfield for sponsoring the Phil Hauer Fellowship Award and for choosing such an amazing person as this year's recipient. Before Janine was the amazing tech goddess she is now, she was a teacher at Franklin School, and I had the pleasure of teaching 2 doors down from her and being in her class for math. As a classroom teacher, Janine inspired students and she worked hard to reach all learners. At Franklin, she was a collaborative colleague and an educational leader who always made everyone feel welcome. I think those are the traits that made her the perfect person for the Master Technology Teacher position when it was developed, and she has taken that job and ran with it, and I think exceeded all expectations. Janine has high expectations for herself, and she pushes us all to be better. She goes the extra mile to meet people where they are with technology and help them grow. She collaborates with us and helps us to take technological risks and avoid pitfalls. Also, she makes the most awesome tech videos. Janine, I'm honored to get to work with you as one of the ITs. I am amazed at your work ethic and dedication, especially most recently during distance learning. But most importantly, I'm blessed to consider you as a marvelous friend. Congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Hi, Janine. What a fantastic celebration of you. So excited for you, so happy for you as you stand there, the winner of the prestigious Phil Hauer Fellow Award. Such an exciting time. And think about it, this day started really a very long time ago. Think about when you were in the classroom and you had the children there. You taught them everything that they needed to learn and to grow. And now, here you stand with us, your colleagues and friends across the district. You mentor us to make sure that we have everything that we need to learn and to grow with all the technology and implementing all the programs so that our children in our classes learn and grow. You know, Janine, you've been mentoring us. You've been standing there with us. Your dedication, your tireless efforts have all been appreciated as you guided us and encouraged us and stood there alongside of us. And you know what? You even got into the trenches with us, and you still do. We appreciate it all. You've kept your sense of humor, all the while smiling, and you make us laugh. And we could all use a good laugh today, can't we? Janine, for all these reasons and so many more, you're so deserving of this award. Congratulations to you. So very well deserved, my friend.
It is evident that you got the right stuff, Janine, and you're a leader, whether it's prior to the remote, learning that we're currently going through or during this remote learning. Boy, are you hanging tough, and you really go above and beyond, and you come into the schools and you work with the teachers, you go step by step, and you work with the kids, and you'll come in and teach classes. And it's just something that we all appreciate. And, I wanted to let you know, I got a funny feeling that many will agree that you do deserve this award. And I think this award symbolizes all that you do, and it really makes you larger than life. So, if you catch my drift, I wish you much luck, and you're hanging tough, and you'll always be our cover girl, Janine.
Hi, Janine. Congratulations on your much-deserved Phil Hauer Award. Not only have you been a lifeline to me and our Lincoln School staff during this pandemic, but you have been the best possible friend and colleague over the years. I'll never forget our years teaching 5th grade together, how much fun you were and what a mentor you were to me. I learned a lot from you. So congratulations again, and please know how very much you are loved. Bye.
On behalf of the entire McKinley teaching staff, we want to wish you congratulations on this honor of the Phil Hauer Award. It is so well deserved. You have been our fearless leader throughout distance learning, really helping us troubleshoot, implement new instructional activities. I wouldn't even be using Loom right now without your help. So we are so grateful to you for leading the way. Not only during this time, but always before distance learning with all of your great ideas and technology tips. So we really extend our gratitude to you. Please enjoy this honor and know that we wish you the best.
Where would we be without Janine Gotko? How many times have we said that in the last 7 to 8 weeks? Janine, congratulations on winning the Phil Hauer Award. It is so well deserved. Teachers have been called upon to do something that we've never imagined they would have to do. And through your support in the use of technology, teachers have been able to get to a point where they can do these amazing things online and from a distance. And our students are able to continue to learn. Your support 24/7, morning, noon, and night for them has translated into making some time for these young people that is so strange seem a little bit more normal. And I think also their families can feel some relief from this strange circumstance because the kids are still learning, and that has so much to do with you and your skill sets and your ability to make us all feel that we can do what it is we need to do. And I thank you for that. And again, congratulations.
So, on behalf of the Westfield community and the Westfield students and Westfield Rotary, I'd like to congratulate Janine, and now I'd like to turn this back over to our board president, Peggy Oster. Unmute.
Peggy, you're muted.
Thank you, Dr. Dolan. I too would like to congratulate Janine on this award. I have a couple things I'd like to say, but I'll keep it to the end. We would normally be in our meeting, and at this time I would be calling you up to the podium to read a resolution and give you the resolution and give you a hug, but the best I can do is read it from here and send hugs and congratulations virtually. So our resolution by the Board of Education of Westfield, New Jersey to Janine Gotko, Rotary Club of Westfield 2020 Philhauer Fellow. Whereas Charles Philhauer distinguished himself as an outstanding educator during 30 years of service as Westfield Superintendent of Schools from 1917 to 1947, helping establish Westfield as a premier school district in the state of New Jersey. And whereas the Rotary Club of Westfield has established a fellowship in the memory of Charles Philhauer, co-founder and past president of the Rotary Club, and whereas this memorial is a fitting tribute to the importance of teaching in the elementary grades and the nobility of the teaching profession, and whereas Janine Gotko, a master technology teacher for grades K through 8 and a former 1st and 5th grade teacher at Franklin Elementary School, who has been serving Westfield elementary students since 1997, has been awarded the 28th Annual Philhauer Fellowship for outstanding teaching, interest in children, and continued pursuit of professional growth. And whereas Janine Gotko is commended for her calm professionalism and expertise in instructional technology, for providing digital learning tools through the school year, and especially during this time of distance learning, and for her commitment and dedication to the students, staff, and families of the Westfield Public Schools, particularly by instilling a confidence in members of our school community that they are capable of learning and using technology effectively during distance learning and beyond. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Board of Education publicly express appreciation to the Rotary Club for establishing this award, and that this Board of Education sincerely congratulates Janine Gotko for being named the 2020 Charles Philhauer Fellow, a significant honor and a notable accomplishment. And that this resolution be presented to Janine Gotko, thank you, on May 5th, 2020, and that a copy of this formal resolution become part of the permanent records of this Board of Education. Thank you, Janine. It's truly an honor for me to present you with this resolution. I am fortunate enough to have had the opportunity to be a parent in the Franklin school system, the Franklin school back in 1997 when you started. So I've kind of known you somewhat for 23 years. And I did go back a little bit to your teaching days. I was fortunate to have a Franklin yearbook from 2002, 2003. I'll just put this up there. I think this is you with your colleague, Kathy Sandberger.
Yes, it is.
Back in the day. I also read in the yearbook, one of the things they asked the kids to read was their most memorable moments at Franklin. And, you know, just a couple. And one of the children said, I had a really great teacher named Miss Gotko for 2 years. So that's something kind of special when you can repeat a teacher in first grade and then in fifth grade. Another student said, I will always remember my best fifth grade teacher, Miss Gotko. Another student said, having lunch at Panero's with Miss Gotko and Mrs. Walsh. So you were mentioned many times through the kids' memories back when you were a teacher at Franklin. But times have changed since then, and you have grown and developed in a way we could never have imagined back then. Each year you've taught us new skills with eager excitement and so much patience. I know myself, I'm like, what do you want me to do? And you answer each question so perfectly, and your patience to work with people who don't have the understanding that you do and bring us up to new levels is amazing. I said, we've gone from blackboards, in this time that you've been at the school, we've gone from blackboards to smart boards, from desktops to laptops to iPads to Chromebooks. It's an ever-changing environment, and you change with it every year. You bring a grace and understanding of the changes, and what it has done for our district is amazing, and we've really grown. And to be where we are today and to be able to go to our virtual learning platform as easily as we did is all a tribute to you. So I thank you very much for doing what you do for us every day now. I thank you for coming back to us and joining us as an educator back in 1997. And I thank you for being somebody in my life who's taught me so much about education. So at this time, I'm just checking my, I'm going to give a couple people, I'm going to give a minute to see if anybody on the board has anything they'd like to say, and also open it up if there's anybody on the virtual platform that we're using now that would like to say anything to you also, and then we'll turn it over for you if you would like to say a few words.
I'll say something, Peggy, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that, first of all, Janine, I so wish we were all in the same room. I mean, you definitely deserve that, and so hopefully we'll all get an opportunity at some point to do this face-to-face. And I don't know that I can say much better than what Peggy said, but I mean, quite simply, you make us a better school district, and you make our teachers better, and I am, as a board member, as a parent, immensely grateful for that. And I know that what you do is not just the technology piece, but a lot of what you do every day is giving teachers confidence that they can do what they need to do to support our kids, and that in many ways you're a therapist and a cheerleader, and that is perhaps the greatest gift of all. So congratulations. No one deserves it more than you, and congratulations. I'm happy that we're able to at least acknowledge you this way, and I look forward to hugging your neck someday.
Thank you, Gretchen. Anyone else from the board? I don't see any comments coming through. I think the whole typing a question in scares people a little bit. But Janine, I'd like to turn the podium over to you. Do you have a few words you'd like to say?
I do. Thank you so much, Peggy. First, thank you for those kind words that you said about me. I remember you back fondly from those days at Franklin School. And Gretchen, also thank you for your kind words. Thank you for that video, all the people who participated in it. I love you all so much for that, and especially I know Miriam again played a large role in it, so thank you for that, my friend. I'm trying to keep it all together, and I'm trying to get, through it, because it's just a wonderful honor. And I do have, quite a few people I would like to take the time to thank tonight, because as much as you've given me all those compliments, it doesn't just come from me. I've had a lot of help along the way. So I just wanted to say a few things that I've written out, so don't mind me as I read along. I'll try to express my feelings the best I can. I want to start by thanking you for having me here tonight. It's an honor to be accepting this award and the board's recognition. I know this is not how we, like Gretchen said, planned on celebrating the Phil Hauer Award this year. Someone commented to me last week that they felt bad I wouldn't have an in-person ceremony to receive my award. As I told my friend, yes, it would be nice to be with everyone and celebrate, but just knowing that I'm being recognized for doing a job that I so greatly love means just as much as any celebration would. And we will get together at some point and celebrate, I know that. I'm grateful that we do have this technology, though, so that we can still get together, and I can thank all those people who helped me on my journey here today. I'd like to begin again by thanking the Westfield Rotary for granting me the honor of being this year's Westfield recipient of the Charles Phil Hauer Fellowship. Earlier today, I had the privilege, as Dr. Dolan mentioned, to speak with the Rotary Club members and thank them personally. I shared with them something unique about my journey and the award itself. Some of you may know that the Phil Hauer Award was established in 1993 by the Rotary Club. That happens to be the same year I graduated from Westfield High School and received a Rotary Club scholarship. A scholarship that I learned later was originally set up with the help of Mr. Phil Hauer. With the help of that scholarship, I began my education at the University of Delaware, where I received my degree. Then in 1997, as quite a few of you mentioned, I began my teaching career in the district, which has led me here tonight. A full circle moment that makes this award even more special. During that meeting today, I had the opportunity to share with them the role that I play in the district and highlight the fabulous work that has been done by our administrators and staff in the last 7 years, and especially in the last 7 weeks. I once again thank the club and the committee for granting me that award. I would also like to thank you, the Westfield Board of Education, for all your kind words and your recognition. Throughout my career in the district, I've had many opportunities to work with board members. I'm always impressed by the quality of people who choose to serve on the board. I thank the current board for their continued support of instructional technology, especially in these times. I also need to take the time to thank former board members, those especially who served 7 years ago when my position was first established. Their work with Dr. Dolan and Mr. Pinero to develop the Master Technology teacher position and to allow myself and my colleagues to create and form what we now have today was invaluable to us as a district. I've had the opportunity to get to know many current board members, and I thank you all for your continued support of my position and what we are doing for the students of Westfield. We are truly lucky to work with such a dedicated group of people as yourself who support education and who are always looking to improve what we do in the district. Thank you again. As I mentioned before, my journey in Westfield has been a long one, and it's always, as has my desire to be a teacher. I grew up in a family of educators and almost always knew that teaching was something I wanted to pursue. It also helped that throughout my time in the district, I had some wonderful educators who I admired and wanted to be like. When I graduated, my heart was always set on coming back to Westfield. Going to college solidified the fact that not only had I received a great education, but was a part of something special here. While college did have its share of challenges, I was always up for them because of the wonderful teachers that had set high expectations for me throughout my years in Westfield. I want to thank all those teachers that I had through my years at Jefferson, Edison, and then at the high school. And now I'd like to thank those people who've helped me in my professional journey in the district. First and foremost, I need to once again thank Dr. Dolan, who besides being our wonderful superintendent, was the principal at Franklin School and hired me all those years ago. To this day, I tell the story that I would not be where I am professionally if it hadn't been for her vision and understanding of the potential that I had to be an educator. As many who are fresh out of college, I was definitely rough around the edges, to say the least. Dr. Dolan, through her guidance and development, helped me in those first few years to get my start to becoming the teacher I would be today. She was one of the first people who took my interest in technology seriously and let me run with it. Thank you again, Dr. Dolan. It means the world to me. Next, I need to thank Paul Pinero, who's been my direct supervisor since the start of my journey 7 years ago as the Master Technology teacher. Paul was brand new to the district, but a huge part of the development of the initiative that brought about my position. Paul from the beginning respected me as an educator and was everything I could want in a supervisor. He's been a constant source of guidance and wisdom. I know with him I am fully supported, listened to intently, and respected as a professional when I work with him. Thank you, Paul. I'd also like to thank some of my former administrators, Pat Rooney, Mary Fleck, Will Tankard, Paul Nigro, David Heller, Scott Lipson, and of course Eileen Cambria. You all taught me such valuable things, and your example of professionalism and dedication to your job have helped me in more ways than you'll ever know. I thank you all. I'd also like to thank all the principals and supervisors who I've had the honor of working with as a teacher and now in my current role. Your advice and counsel has been invaluable to me along my journey. Finally, I'd like to say a special thank you to Barbara Ball. From your guidance when I first applied for this position, for your ongoing support and encouragement through these past 7 years and even before that, I am so grateful. Thank you for always providing me with great advice and a great example of how to be a professional educator and administrator. I now need to thank some of the wonderful colleagues I've been blessed to work with over the past 22 years. When I was hired at Franklin School, I never knew how important that would be for my development fully as a teacher. I got to work with some of the best. Over the past 15 years there, I had the honor of learning from so many talented educators who I also consider great lifelong friends. I need to especially thank Carrie Lyman, who was my mentor teacher along the way, and all those wonderful 1st and 5th grade teachers who I work with on grade level teams. Teaching can sometimes be a very isolating profession, but I always look forward to the time I got to work with my colleagues. I could go ahead and list them all to you, but if you know the size of Franklin and you realize how many years I was there, that would take quite a while, and I don't want to take any more of your time than I need to. Just know that each and every one of those teachers I work with there will always hold a special place in my heart, and I thank them all. So when I was given this great privilege of becoming the master technology teacher for the elementary schools, I entered that position with a little bit of trepidation. I was excited, but I was leaving my home. I thought it would be a bit lonely and isolating being out of the classroom, but boy was I wrong. While I might have been leaving one home, I was eventually gaining 9 other homes. Over the course of my 7 years as the master technology teacher for the elementary and now both the elementary and middle schools, I've had the amazing privilege of working with the majority of the teachers in our district. I thought I was blessed before, but now I know I'm truly blessed. After 7 years and countless interactions, I couldn't be prouder to work in a district that hires and sustains the careers of such talented and compassionate educators. Thank you all for your support of me in this position and for allowing me to work with you and come into your classrooms. You have helped increase the level of instructional technology in the district with your open-mindedness, your passion to try new things, and your willingness to see the impact that positive change can have in your students' life. I next need to thank the 2 master technology teachers that I've worked with over the years, Nancy Latimer and Adam Peasy. Thank you for taking on this endeavor with me and being such great colleagues who've helped me become a better educator and coach. Also, I'd like to give a special thanks to Brian Ocker and his entire staff who continue to make everything work so smoothly with technology in our district, and I truly enjoy, for some parts, being a part of their team. Thank you to you all. I'd also like to thank the staff members that I get the joy of working with at the Board of Ed and throughout all the school buildings. You make my job so much easier and so much more enjoyable. I'd like to thank the colleagues who took the time to write letters to the Phil Howard Committee nominating me for this award. I've had the opportunity to read them, and your words have left me speechless. Thank you, my friends. I'd also like to, and keep saying also, but I would like also to single out 2 other colleagues who've been important to me in the past 7 years. First, I'd like to thank Lori Korecki, our previous head of school communications. When I was not spending time in schools, I was lucky enough to be sharing an office with Lori. Lori was a constant cheerleader of mine and taught me so much about how to forge relationships in the district. Lori, I miss you, and thank you so much for helping me for all those years. When Lori left, I was nervous about who might fill her position. Once again, the district did a great job in hiring Marianne McGann. Marianne's enthusiasm, knowledge, and humor have brought so much joy to me in the last few years. Thank you, Marianne, for your friendship and support. Most importantly, I need to thank my family. I grew up surrounded by caregivers and educators. I'd like to thank my aunt and my uncle. My uncle is a talented lawyer and professor. My aunt was an elementary teacher for over 40 years. They both taught me many valuable lessons and are a constant source of support. I'd like to thank my sister and my 2 cousins, who've always supported me as well. I thank them for always being willing participants when I wanted to play school and letting me be the teacher for most of the time. I love you all. Lastly, of course, I need to thank my parents. It goes without saying I would not be where I am today without them. If you're wondering where I get my patience and desire to help, that comes from my mother, Jean. She has dedicated her life to being a nurse and a phenomenal mother. She is always supportive, encouraging, and truly the kindest person I've ever met. She has listened to countless stories of my students and now my colleagues and has always offered me such great advice. Thank you, Mom. My father, Ed, instilled in me an importance of dedication and hard work. We never had to be the best. We just had to try our best growing up. As a former town administrator for Westfield, he modeled for me how to be a professional and always had to strive to improve. In his current role as a professor, he continues to show me that education never ends. Thank you, Dad. My parents are truly the two best people that I know, and I share this award with both of them. I love you. In conclusion, I also have to share this award with all the teachers in our district. I know that part of the reason I'm receiving this award is because of the current crisis that we are going through as educators. For many years, the district has understood the importance of instructional technology in the education of our students. For the past 7 years, my focus has been trying to support the teachers and students with emerging technologies. My job is to enhance what's already being done wonderfully in the classroom and at home. Obviously, 7 weeks ago, all of that changed. Within the course of a weekend, administrators and staff had to completely rework what we do to be able to instruct students solely at home. Just like everyone else, I was thrown into a whirlwind of a situation. The first couple of weeks were a lot, but I am truly in awe of all the teachers and administrators I work with every day now more than I ever was before. Teachers especially are doing amazing things. In the midst of a global pandemic where stress is at an all-time high and everyone is dealing with so many emotions and challenges, the teachers in our district have stepped up as only they could. They work long hours and are also juggling their own emotions and at-home life, yet they continue to maintain a level of professionalism that is something to be admired. The fact that they took the time to recognize me and what I do on a daily basis means more to me than they'll ever know. You are all deserving of an award for what you've been doing the past few months. I know I share the sentiments of so many people in our town when I thank you and wish you all the best. Thank you for making my job so rewarding and teaching me so much about what professionalism and great teaching is on a daily basis. Thank you all for this wonderful honor, and I hope that everyone stays well and your families remain safe. Thank you again.
Thank you, Janine. You thanked a lot of people, and I will say again that we have to thank you. This is a very well-deserved honor for you, and I only wish you the best and more years to come here in the district. So maybe we can give Janine a virtual round of applause.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
So at this point in time, I would normally turn the meeting over to Mary Ann McGann for her to take pictures. So we'll sort of leave that moment and hope we're back again so that you can join us, get your resolution, have your pictures taken, and we'll move on from there. But once again, thank you very much for all that you do. And, here's to another, what do we have? 6-7 weeks of school to go. I know we'll all do a great job. So thank you very much.
Thank you all again, and thank you everyone who attended virtually tonight, and I appreciate everyone's kind words. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll move on from this point in time. I'd like the board to approve the minutes of the board meeting held on April 28, 2020. Do I have a second?
Second.
I don't know who that was.
Michael.
Mike. Okay. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We'll move on to personnel. I'd like the board to consider personnel items number 1 through 11. Do I have a second?
Second.
Kent?
Yes.
Dr. Dolan, I believe you have one of those items you'd like to talk about?
I do have one. Tonight we're announcing with regret the retirement of Joy Nuzzo, one of our teachers. Joy actually is a special education teacher, and she has worked in our district for 30 years. She worked in Wilson, Jefferson, and Roosevelt, but for the last 20 years she has worked at Franklin as a special education teacher. Joy has always demonstrated both skills as a teacher and also empathy, and her students and the families of her students certainly remember her well for all the help that she's imparted over the years. So we wish Joy the best in her retirement.
Thank you, Dr. Dolan. Thank you, Joy. We do appreciate all your years of service here at the Westfield Public Schools and wish you the best in whatever your next endeavor happens to be. Does anybody have any questions about the personnel items? At this point in time, we'll go to a roll call. Dana?
Mike Beelan,
Yes.
Ken Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Rob Garrison,
Yes.
Brian Morrissey,
Yes.
Gretchen Olig,
Yes.
Tara Porto,
Yes.
Peggy Oster,
Yes.
Amy Root.
Yes.
Thank you. Moving on to facilities. Michael, do you have anything?
No, we haven't had a meeting. We only met a week ago. We'll have a meeting scheduled in early June. There's no update at this point.
Thank you. Long-range planning. Gretchen.
Hi, yeah, we have a meeting scheduled for Thursday at 2 o'clock, and so hopefully I'll have an update at our next full board meeting. I think Dana circulated a WebEx link. If anybody has any questions, just reach out and let me know, and I look forward to seeing you guys then.
Thank you, Gretchen. Policies. Brendan.
Yes, ask the board to approve policy item number 1. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kent. This is our annual certification for the student activity fee. Every year since when the board created the fee, I believe in 2011, it was set up on an annual basis, and every year we set the rates, and every year for the last 10 years now we have kept it flat, kept it with no change, and we've asked the board to do the same going forward. Any questions?
No.
All right, Dana?
Mike Beelan,
Yes.
Ken Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Rob Garrison,
Yes.
Brian Morrissey,
Yes.
Yes.
Gretchen Olig, okay. Tara Porto,
Yes.
Peggy Oster,
Yes.
Amy Root.
Yes.
And that's it for policies tonight. Our policy meeting scheduled for, I believe, May 26th. Time to be determined. We don't necessarily have to meet at 7 o'clock if everybody's available earlier remotely.
Great.
All right, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brendan. Finance. Kent.
We skipped curriculum.
Curriculum. Sorry. I can't check off when it's curriculum. Amy.
I promise to make it brief. I would ask the board to consider curriculum item 1 and only 1. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, we're only approving for second reading the curriculum that we talked about last week, AP Environmental Science at the high school, and 4 band courses at the high school as well. Very appropriate since the district has been acknowledged for its music programs. So if there are no questions or comments, let's take a vote.
Mike Beelan,
Yes.
Ken Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Rob Garrison,
Yes.
Brian Morrissey,
Yes.
Gretchen Olig,
Yes.
Tara Porto,
Yes.
Peggy Oster,
Yes.
Amy Root.
Yes.
Thank you, Amy, and I apologize for that. Let's move on to finance with Kent.
All right, thank you. I ask the board to consider items 1 through 5. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Brendan. You guys, I'm sure, have read through it. It's nothing major this week. Are there any questions or anything for Dana or myself? Excellent.
Mike Beelan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Rob Garrison,
Yes.
Brian Morrissey,
Yes.
Gretchen Olig,
Yes.
Tara Porto,
Yes.
Peggy Oster,
Yes.
Amy Root.
Yes.
And the finance committee meeting, we're going to cancel it for this week. It was scheduled for Friday. We're going to cancel it.
Thank you.
Newfound time. Thank you.
Moving on to technology. Rob, do you have anything?
No, we have not met. We'll plan something out over the next month or so. Thank you.
I'm going to ask the board to consider the notes for the record. I can't see on my paper if we have any notes for the record here, but do we have any unfinished business? Nope. Do you have any new business? I don't know if this falls under new business. Rob, you can yell if this doesn't go here. But I just wanted to take the opportunity. Today is National Teacher Appreciation Day. And from the Westfield Board of Education, I can only say thank you. Thank you for what you do every day. Thank you what you give to our students. Thank you for working with us through this unprecedented time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I could go on for hours. So if anybody else has anything they would like to say to our teachers, we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you with staying with us through this time, working with our amazing technology teacher, Janine, and her teammates and so forth, and making virtual education possible and successful here in Westfield. So thank you. Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, as a product of the Westfield school system, the teachers of Westfield are really why I'm involved with the board now. Teachers that are currently with the district, as well as many that have since retired, they're what sparked the intellectual curiosity and wanted me to get involved in government at such an early age. And thank you.
Okay. Moving on. Does anybody have any liaison reports?
Yeah.
Brendan?
Yep. For anybody that's interested, next Wednesday, May 13th, there is an online seminar through the New Jersey School Boards Association on virtual education technology. For anybody that's interested, it's a free program for board members. I'll be attending. Anybody else that's interested, you can sign up on njsba.org.
Thank you, Brendan. Any other liaison reports?
Peggy, it's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
We had an Edison PTSO virtual meeting, and overall they just wanted to report that the teachers have been doing a great job teaching the students, and they just see that like the progress that the students are making. Yeah, they have some bumps in the road, but generally things are moving forward. They're looking at planning different activities to honor the students that are leaving in 8th grade, so they're thinking about different options on that. And just one other green team report very quickly. They posted a number of videos people or kids at home might want to take a look at youtube.com/Town of Westfield. There's a tab there for the green team where they posted some recent videos. That's all.
Thank you. Any other liaison reports? Okay. Moving on, I'd like to give an opportunity to recognize the public for questions or comments. So once again, you can type in your questions over in the side bar, and we'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to put your questions together.
So can I fill the silence while we wait for, I know a lot of us were probably listening to Dr. Dolan's podcast where she so wonderfully represented the school district, and I just wanted to acknowledge and thank you. You know, the Zoom thing that we do, like I'm sure a lot of you have been Zooming with friends who live in other districts or other states, and I'm continually amazed by those conversations, the degree to which our district is so far ahead, and that's due to not only the amazing teachers and Janine and everyone else we recognize, but Dr. Dolan, your leadership as well. So thank you for representing us, and I'm just really proud to be a part, you know, to play a very small part in this much greater wheel. And so, yeah, that's all.
Well, thank you, and it is absolutely a team sport. There's no doubt about it. There's not one person in this district that I can't count on. Thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen. Seeing nobody putting together any questions or comments, I move to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Rob? All those in favor? Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, okay. So we will see everybody back here again on
May 19th. May 19th.
Okay.
Bye.
Stay well, and hopefully the weather continues to get better.
How long will our hair be by then?
Look like at that point in time.
Everybody wears a hat.
Everybody.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Brian.